The Social Security Fairness Act was passed into law last month, and the Social Security Administration has released a few updates regarding the bill. That's what we're going to discuss in today's video, so let's dive in. Hi, my name is Will Goodson. I'm a senior advisor here at Financial Synergies. I recently came out with a video that discussed the Fairness Act in more detail regarding what it was, what it changed, and who it impacted. If you didn't get a chance to see that, I will put a link in the description below. As a quick recap, the bill essentially got rid of two provisions, one known as the Windfall Elimination Provision, or the WEP, the other known as the Government Pension Offset, or the GPO. These two provisions could potentially reduce or eliminate benefits for people who had what are known as non-covered pensions. They're basically people who worked and paid into a separate retirement system during their career, but then also at one point paid into Social Security long enough to become eligible for benefits. Social Security has basically come out and said they do not have an exact timeline on when they're going to be able to roll out these increased benefits to those impacted. They expect over 3 million people's benefits are going to need to be changed based upon the rule change. So they've got to identify who these people are. They have got to calculate their benefits, their new monthly benefits going forward. And they also have to calculate the retroactive benefits per the bill. The bill states that everyone who was previously impacted by the WEP and the GPO gets a retroactive year's worth of benefits for the calendar year 2024. If it does take them up to a year to roll this out, then what I expect to happen is that for these people to essentially get up to 2 years worth of retroactive benefits. Again, the amount for 2024 per the bill, and then for every month that they should have been receiving it, that they were delayed rolling that out. That is one thing about Social Security, is that they're pretty good at paying you back for benefits you should have received that they didn't get to you on time. The Social Security Administration has even come out with a website, kind of an FAQ website regarding the bill change. And one of the things that stood out to me is that how many people they said have been calling and reaching out to get more information. And they're essentially discouraging people from doing that because the call lines are already inundated enough as is, and they don't have much concrete information to share. So they are directing people to this website. I did go through and I found a couple pieces of information that I thought would be helpful to include in the video here today. The first thing that stood out to me is that for those that are impacted by the Government Pension Offset, the GPO, this impacts spousal and survivor benefits. And based on the old law, it was possible that some of these benefits could be completely eliminated if that non-covered pension that an individual has was large enough. It could essentially wipe out those benefits altogether. So there is a certain number of people out there who, knowing that they likely weren't able to get a spousal or survivor benefit, may have never filed an application. And if you think that you might be one of those people, they are encouraging you to go and file an application, because otherwise they don't know who you are and they won't have a way to get those benefits to you. Another point they made is that for people who are currently over age 65 and on Medicare, if you've never had a Social Security benefit, then you likely have been paying your Medicare Part B premiums directly. When you collect Social Security, those Part B premiums are automatically deducted from your Social Security check every single month. So now for some of these individuals who previously weren't getting a benefit from Social Security, but will now going forward, what they're advising people is that your benefits will be deducted from your Social Security check once it starts, just like everyone else. So if you have set up kind of an automated payment for those Medicare premiums as you've done in the past, that it's important for you to go and cancel that once you are actively receiving that benefit from Social Security, because you do not want to pay for your Part B premiums more than once. The other item, unfortunately, anytime there is a big change like this to Social Security, is that there are going to be a lot of scams that come out of the woodwork. They are encouraging people to be very diligent and to be very mindful about anyone that may contact you. In my experience, Social Security tends to only correspond through snail mail. So anyone that may call you and claims to be working on behalf of Social Security and is trying to get your personal information, your financial information, my recommendation would be is just to hang up, because it's very likely going to be a scam. Lastly, we know a lot of people are very anxious to get updates into when these benefits are going to begin for everyone that's been impacted. We're very anxious too. We have a lot of clients that are likely going to be impacted by this rule change. We're going to be following it very closely, and we're going to be releasing videos like these with any updates that come along. So if you'd like to stay in the loop, feel free to subscribe to the channel as we roll out as much information as it becomes available. I hope you found this information helpful. If so, feel free to check out these other videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.